Here in Town and Country for the chill vibes, somewhere close, as you probably know a lot from digging into the art scene, that it's kind of hard to find things south.
Yes, it is. Yes. Very, very
To,
hard.
to give the people an idea, go ahead and introduce yourself.
All right. I'm Michelle Swift. I'm the founder of Kind Art Studio. I created Kind Art Studio through kindness, like wanting to have kindness spread in the community and create safe spaces and create art workshops for people that are suffering from trauma from art as well. And mainly it's just to create safe spaces, like have a space where people can come in and feel comfortable and be themselves, no judgment, no politics, no nothing. Just come and make art, be a free spirit, be who you are. We're not here to judge you or anything like that. So I created that because of that reason, and also because I have a chronic illness. And unfortunately, I cannot work a regular job. So working my own business has helped me manage my chronic illness.
So, you're local to Kendall. So, I live in Cutler Bay. So I'm like, I wish there was like a hub for that
Yes.
scene. That's a big one. That's so powerful that you found that like empowering to find this way to not only give back to the community, but also like, empowering yourself as a creative. And I
Yes.
love that for you. That's really powerful.
Thank you.
We can, so then the next questions will be like, what inspired you to get into the art scene?
Okay. Well, basically, I've always been an artist since I was little. There used to be shows in the '90s where like you would draw along with the artists, and I would draw all the time. I'd be drawing on my homework. I'd be drawing on my math homework, like everything. So I just have been an artist all my life. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I love that because I remember when I was like little, I just loved doodling on the side of the notebook,
Yeah.
and doing things like that. That's nice. The more arts kind of question, what is your style? What styles do you appreciate?
So I like to do painted paper collage mostly. So you paint the
Ooh.
paper and then you cut it into a collage.
Okay, okay.
So it's very freeing. Like you can make a mess of the paper and then it has like the most beautiful textures and it creates like a beautiful piece, like a unified piece. But I also do 2D art and I used to do 3D art, but I left the 3D field. So um, I like to do all different types of mediums, whatever tickles me, like whatever I feel like doing, because that's what art is. It's part of your soul.
Yeah.
You can't define your soul, so you have to
Yeah.
keep it open.
Yeah. And you know what's that's really healing, and I wanted to tie in with the environment. Like this is very artsy in and of itself. It's dark.
Yeah.
Like you'll see in the video it's a little more dimmed down. And I think art really bridges in that whole relaxation, like helping goes along with wellness. I
Yes.
had an episode with Balance with Becky, and she talked a lot about wellness and how the communities, like at the end of the day, we really want to foster these places so people can feel comfortable
Yes.
to, unwind, whether it is from their job stress, from life, whether they're dealing with something. And I really like that about your page, that you're really trying to bring that sense of community, help people heal in their
Yes.
own way,
Yes.
and that they can take, some control of that. And that's really
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. It's very important to have
Yeah.
these safe spaces because people carry a lot of trauma.
Yeah.
Even in art, like they tell me, I had an art teacher that told me that I was terrible, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna leave that at the door. This is a new space. This is a new
Yeah.
vibe. Like, just do your art. Nobody's gonna judge you.
Yeah. Wow. And it sucks because it's like some people are supposed to be there to like encourage you, but then they tell you stuff like that, and
Yeah.
then it's like maybe then there's some people that maybe don't have the best association with art because maybe they felt like they weren't good enough, right?
Yeah.
So how do you tell people who are starting to join your community that it's okay to give it a try even if you're not quote unquote good? How do you tell them that?
So, like I said earlier, it's part of your soul.
Yeah.
Like you denying your art is denying a piece of your soul.
Right.
So basically, like I just encourage them, like it's part of your soul. Like you have the right to express yourself. Like express yourself in any way. Don't say that it's bad. Nothing's bad.
Right.
It's the way it's supposed to be, like perfect in nature.
Right. Right.
So I just use encouraging words and like my vibration, like to encourage people to
Yeah.
make art.
That's so beautiful. And again, it's just so healing that they can really heal those things of like, okay, now I can really give this a shot again to do art again, but in my own way.
Yes.
And I really like that. What events in Miami have inspired you to create this community? Any particular
Well,
events?
actually, in 2020, I started, well, 2019, I started a nonprofit. Kind Art
Oh,
Studio
wow.
was a nonprofit. But unfortunately, because of 2020's events,
Mm.
it just fell apart. So I decided to try to go for a business this time because I had more control of the finances.
Good.
Um, and it's been working. I basically inspire myself because I'm the hardest working person I know, and I'm very passionate about helping people. Like, I'm also an art director for a nonprofit organization.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I'm in the community helping people all the time.
Wow. So you not only do you just do it, you're also in it, you know?
Yes.
Wow, that's so
Yeah.
cool. I feel like when I talk to so many people in Miami, I learn so much that us as locals, we have so many side hustles. We have so many things because that could be another topic that we can talk about is how Miami's changing so fast.
Hmm.
And it's from the Miami I grew up in is one Miami, and the Miami that it is now, it's like this fast-paced city where it's a lot of new money, it's a lot of the influencer stuff,
Hmm.
it's a lot of the party scene, but we're not really addressing like the locals and like,
Yeah.
like how do how do you sorry,
It's okay.
how do you tell the locals that like these are safe communities that they can still take part in and still feel comfortable as Miami is changing? It's a heavy question.
Yeah, so I would say basically just be yourself and you will create safe spaces. It's
Mhm.
making a community with people that you like and people that have the same views as you. Like, you can build a community by volunteering with a nonprofit or
Right.
working with a nonprofit. Be active in the community because this is
Mhm.
your community. Like, no matter what people say, oh, that's not my problem, it is your problem because you
Right.
live here and you have to be active in the community. Because if you're not active, then things kind of get pushed out of the way, things happen, and then we're just all left like, what are we going to do? Like,
Right.
so I feel like just by being yourself and just creating your friendships and your circles, like, you can do that at a small scale and then raise it up and make it bigger and bigger.
Okay. I really like that. I
Yeah.
really like that whole community. And I just noticed my camera turned.
Oh no.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. But that just makes it part of the experience because I've never really done a live it's recording still.
Okay.
I've never really done it at like at a place and be like, oh, just experimenting with the outdoors, and
Yeah.
I've done it at parks,
Yeah.
which has
I
worked
saw
out
that.
really nice.
Yeah, I saw.
Thanks. And I've done it at some places, but I feel like I just gotta keep getting out there and
Yeah. Yeah.
doing something different. And
Definitely.
I've noticed your page, you're doing a lot of events,
Yes, I am.
which is amazing, by the way. I give you
Yeah.
full credit because running an event is not easy at
Yeah.
all, and I
Yeah.
just want you to know that you're doing amazing.
Thank you so much.
And it definitely, like, how do you keep going to promote events? Like, how do you find that drive?
I wake up at 6 in the morning and I work until 6 p.m. 6 p.m. is
Wow.
my cutoff. That's my nap time, my bedtime. So I wake up really early and I'm just on the computer making things, like planning things and
Yeah.
just organizing, trying to do as much work as I can for this business because I really want it to flourish.
Right.
Because eventually this business will own a physical place
Oh,
and I want to open
wow.
it up to the community to rent out space and to have a safe space, but it's going to be an art cafe. So
I love this
that's the
already.
ultimate goal. Yeah. So I've been working really hard nonstop. Sometimes I have 12-hour days. Sometimes I do have to
Wow.
take a break because of my chronic illness, but I'm always working. People are like, "You're working so hard." And I'm like, "Yeah, but I also like it."
That's so important. Like, you love it. This is your passion. This
Yeah.
is this is what you want to do. I've always wanted to create like the center of art in
Mhm.
like the South area, like open it up over there. I just don't have the money, or I
Yeah.
don't have the I need some investors. I don't know what I
Yeah,
need.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, so I'm pretty sure that you're more ahead of the game than I am. But if you do open your art cafe, I would love to be there
Yes, of
and check it out
course.
and support it, because there was a lot of creators recently talking about how they really run events just like you do, and it's really hard because it's not that they're not running the events or finding the place. That's one thing, right?
Hmm.
Finding the physical space.
Yeah.
The next thing is actually like getting people to go and
Yes.
actually showing up.
Yes, that is very hard. We're running into that issue, but I just joined partnerships with Panamia. Panamia.
Oh, nice. They're great.
So yeah, yeah, they reached out to me and they're gonna help me with finding people to bring to the
And
events.
that's what you need, that community
Yeah.
that's there. Because if you don't have that community that's there, it's harder to continue to build on that. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
It
you
is.
people that are consistent that want this.
Mhm.
And I'm in the process of interviewing like one of the places that closed down, and it was a cat cafe in Biscayne.
Oh yes, I remember that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and I want to ask them, and I really get to know like what happens, like
Yeah.
like not like an expose or anything, like more of just like where was the community? Because I love cats,
Mhm.
big fan of cats,
Yeah.
and that's just a big thing to be there for them. And so when you
Yes.
do open this art cafe, people are not only just there for you, but also there for the community aspect, so
Yeah.
it can grow.
They're supporting the community. They're supporting a small business owner,
Yes,
and they're also supporting me so I can hire people with disabilities
exactly.
and give back to the community. So it would help a lot.
Right, right, right.
It would just trickle down.
Trickle down, exactly, exactly. It's so important to build the that connection of the community, to really hone in into helping each other. All of those things are so good together. I wanted to open up if you have anything that you'd like to say as far as the art space, maybe something I haven't touched upon.
Um, I want to make art more accessible, like even more accessible than it already is.
Of course,
But I
yeah.
also want to think of spaces that are accessible for people with physical disabilities, not only invisible
Mhm.
disabilities, but physical disabilities.
Right, that's very
And
empowering.
creating jobs that are um, better,
Hmm.
more caring and kind.
Right.
Not just like, hey, you're working for me and you get a paycheck and that's all I care about you. I really want to invest in the people that I'm hiring and I really want to give back to the community.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it just gives back to those that really need that
Yes.
help. I don't know if you've heard of Our Grounds, the coffee
Yes, I
shop.
love that place.
Isn't that like, did that
Yes.
inspire you in a way,
You know
or?
who inspired me? I forgot to mention her.
Yeah.
Danny Bowman from
Oh,
Netflix.
really? Okay.
She is amazing. Just everything she's
Hmm.
done.
Okay.
Even with the diagnosis, and I just felt, she just seeing what she's done. It kind of pushed me to like now or never. Like why can't I do what she does? So I just was
Hmm.
like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the leap and just do it.
Yeah.
Because you want to wait for the perfect time, but there is no perfect time.
There is
It's just like start now,
mhm.
or you lose the opportunity.
I got that. I got that. Yeah. Okay. I think we touched upon a lot of good things. I want to thank you so much for giving me your time
Of
and
course.
coming out here. I think we were able to film a good amount too,
Yeah.
and if you have any shout outs, any words of encouragement
Mhm.
that you have.
Yeah. Don't give up. Um, Sometimes it gets very dark, but there's always stars in the sky, and the moon's always there, and the sun always comes up. No matter how dark it is, you're worth being here on this planet, and you're valuable to everyone and everything.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. And those are words that keep people going. There's a lot of changes happening, but at the end of the day, it's like there's that sense of community that you're fostering,
Yes.
you're growing, you're building, and people check her out.
Yeah.
And I know you have a few events coming up, so
Yes.
I'll share them with my
Awesome.
friends, and
Yes.
little things, and I'll try to make them. I'm just got to see my schedule, but
Yeah.
thank
No,
you
that's
again.
fine. That's fine.
But thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that's it.